Good evening, Domenico. Of course, it's never a good time to lose your first game as a manager, but how hard is it to take, and how much of this comes, in your opinion, to bad luck, and how much of not doing what is necessary to win the game?
Yes, for sure. We knew before, or I knew before, that one day we have also to lose one game. Unfortunately, it's today. If it would be my decision, it would be probably the last game during a friendly game, but we have to take it, or I have to take it how it comes. Honestly, today it's not that much that I can say to the team that we have to make better. I mean, of course, we created many chances, big chances, and if you score the first goal, I think it was possible. It was more than possible. Then it helps. Then the game is easier. We knew that they will come. We knew that they will press. I think we handled it really good. We managed it well. We had 2 active sixes. They really came a lot of times in front of the striker or close to the striker to stop the pressing. So we controlled. We saw this team many times having a lot of possession. Also against Portugal, for instances, they had more possession. They had more chances that they created out of this possession. So it was good. We pressed high. We won good balls. I think the only thing that was not perfect was the missed chances, because we really had many and big ones.
So, Christoph Michel von Fußball.news, deutsches Medium. Hallo, Herr Tedesco.
You said that Romelu Lukaku wasted a number of opportunities, and I wanted to ask you whether you need to actually speak to him in general terms. How does he feel ahead of the next game? No, we're very honest. He's been playing for Belgium for a long time, and he knows very well how to score goals. I don't need to tell him that. He's shown that time and time again. Tonight he actually did score a goal, and then ultimately it was disallowed. If he needs something, obviously I'm here for him, but he's a top-class player, he's got great character, he doesn't need anything on that score. What can we learn ahead of our next match? I think the atmosphere that we saw in the dressing room, and indeed the mood out there on the pitch, everyone's disappointed. I think that's only natural. But I think you can actually harness that disappointment. We can make use of this defeat. We weren't able to win the game, but ultimately there are certain positives that we can take away from the game.
Hello, Ludo van der Wallen from het Nieuwsblad in Belgium. You see that attackers lacked a bit sharpness. Do you notice that in the training also? And what did you say to Jeremy Doku during the halftime?
No, it was very sharp. The full camp in Tubize was really good. Also the days here before the match, really good and sharp. I think we had a good balance between good loads, good finishes, and also a little bit of lower intensity, match day -2, match day -3. That is normal. Otherwise you can't go this rhythm and press them high and continuously. So it was good. And in the halftime we switched, of course, the positions. I think the very first big chance of the game came out of the right side, as Jerry was able to turn behind Hansko. Was a little bit the idea, because we knew that they are really hungry on our wingers, sometimes even defending in front of them. So we had to play probably a few times more in behind, because they had a really high line. And this is one of the points that we mentioned in the halftime. So you saw also the big chance of Romelu after Yannick played the deep ball. This is the way that you can use for sure to play against these high lines, but we have to do it more often. We like to play inside the foot, and it's a good option also, especially with the players we have. But this is something we mentioned in the halftime, to play more deep. The mistake? Yeah, of course it hurts. It hurts for him, it hurts for me, for the team, because he is not deserving that. But it's part of the game. Football, you would not score any goals without errors. It's part of the game and it can happen. Also, Slovakia did many errors tonight. That's why we had to score. And then it's no problem. We speak now probably a little bit more about this error because it's the decisive goal. Yeah.
Next question.
Hi, Coach. Florent Malice, Wellfoot. I just wanted to know what was the idea behind putting Yannick Carrasco on the left back. It was the big surprise in the starting 11. So could you explain that to us?
Yeah, of course, you know that Arthur Theat is injured, so we had to find a solution. One of the options was Yannick. And you can imagine that we think a lot about it. It's not that I take a decision without speaking to anybody. So we spoke to Yanni. He knew exactly what we asked tonight. And if you see the chances, for example, the chance of Leandro, where the goal was free, it came out of a really, really good pressing situation, and Yannick was involved. So, of course, knowing that you don't have a left foot on the left fullback position is a disadvantage. But in many, many situations, he was like a wing back because we put Jerry a little bit deeper, controlling Hansko. Yannick was more on Pekarik. And I think it worked out, you know. They could not find normally the rhythm, the game, the possession, the deep set that they are used to play. So in many, many points of views, it went well. But of course, after losing a game, we will always have this kind of discussions. We know and we have to accept.
This gentleman, please.
Thank you. We had the first situation today where this new technology has been used to determine a handball that many people would say was not a handball, was not deliberate play by Openda. Did you think it should have been disallowed, the goal, or did you accept that it was a correct decision?
Oh, it's tough to speak for me now. You know, if we would have won, I could tell you probably a little bit more my opinion about that. Now we lost, and I want to be at least a good, fair loser. That's why I don't think we should speak about the referee or the VAR. Or I don't know who was the VAR tonight. I don't. Who was the VAR?
Yes, it was in Leipzig. I don't know.
Okay, then we trust those guys. I trust the referees. I trust the VAR, and that's it. If they decide that it's handball and they whistle, then it's handball, and we have just to accept, and that's it.
Next question.
Hi, Coach. Romain van der Plum, La Dernière Heure. A lot of teams will try to block Kevin De Bruyne, obviously. That's what Slovakia tried to do too. Are you thinking about solutions to create something from the midfield with maybe a more creative player than Mangala or Onana?
Kevin played really well tonight. I think after the change of Orel, we put him on the 6, and you see that even there he's very important for the team because he knows when to come, knows when to play, knows when to dribble. He's just unbelievable. He's top, and you can't stop him. So also tonight they didn't stop him. We had many chances. Some of them created from Kevin. Also his shot at the end. No, I think it's normal that they try to stop our game, our players. But this is something that is normal, and also we try always to be, how can I say, prepared for the opponents. And so we were tonight. Of course, we conceded this goal, and probably one shot in the first half, and that's it. So normally you don't lose that game. Normally you don't lose it.
We will now take the last 3 questions, starting here. No, there. Behind, please.
Gert Vrijen for VRT.
Yes.
I had a question about the goal from Slovakia. Do you consider it just as a mistake from Doku to give that pass inside, or what happens before taking a throw in so low on the pitch backwards to him? Do you consider that also as a mistake of taking a wrong decision there?
Yes, as I told you before, of course, when you concede a goal, some mistakes happened for sure. And this is something we analyze. We analyze together. We speak to the team, to the players that are probably inside the situation, and then it's done. It's part of the game. It's, for me, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot tonight, but it's part of the game, and I have to accept, and I will not show with my finger on somebody, But you can be sure that we speak about many situations also tonight, yeah. I have to see the situation. I saw it just live. It's not easy directly after the game, to have a clear impression about that. But for sure, we will speak internal about it, and not through the media. Yeah.
Next question.
Patrick Neuchert von DPA, hallo, Herr Tedesco.
Hi.
Wir haben Sie vor dem Spiel die Hymne mitsingen sehen. Können Sie ein paar Worte dazu verlieren?
Could you say
Wie haben Sie die Hymne gelernt? Und
something
was
more
für Sie
about the fact that you've actually learnt the national anthem of Belgium, and why did you learn it, and why are you so passionate about it? I've been here a while now. I didn't only take over yesterday morning, so I've heard the national anthem many times. It's a wonderful national anthem, first and foremost. And in many languages as well. I've been able to hear it and also sing in several languages. It's very fun when you see people away to my right that are all singing. I think it's a huge showing of respect towards a country that has chosen me as head coach. And as I said, it's a wonderful national anthem. And so I simply decided to show the team that I'm also part of this group, and therefore I decided that I wanted to sing the national anthem with them.
And last question, please.
It's probably a strange group after today, because Romania won and Slovakia won. You were the favourites for this group, and yet now there are two underdogs, if you will, up near the top. How can you try and overturn the situation? I don't think there is a natural order in football, or it comes down to mathematical permutations. It's fairly unpredictable as a sport in terms of what can come to pass. The first result, that 3-0 win for Romania, was rather surprising for us, just as this game was. I've always said that our group would always be very tricky, and we shouldn't necessarily assume that we would go through this group. Romania don't lose too many matches, for instance. We were already aware of that right from the start. I don't think that's necessarily the point. I think the team did everything in their power tonight to win the game. And ultimately, it does hurt, this defeat.
Ja, am Ende die Niederlage extrem bitter ist.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.